Okay, hello and welcome to another My Team episode. Today you join me for the Brazilian Grand Prix. This should have been the American Grand Prix, but I forgot to hit record for the first half of it, and then it was also a very boring race, so it wouldn't have been worth a video anyways. So, yeah, we're going to just skip that. I think I came ninth. I think Gasly came second, but I started ninth, I finished ninth. Literally nothing happened. It was just a procession. So, we're skipping it. And we're going to go on to the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And this is one of my favourite tracks. If not my favourite. So, hopefully we can do well. And not mess it up. If you will. We did do a qualifying lap. Which I will show you. But, or at least the end of it like I do. But I had to take a new ICE, so I'm starting from the back. So luckily it was a pretty bad qualifying lap, because with the racing line turned off, I'm still not very good at my qualifying pace. I can race, but not qualify.
Again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and in 2016, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7 mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if of course the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly and Ricciardo, Norris, Hamilton, Leclerc and Antonio Giovinazzi, Stroll, Raikkonen, Nobuharu Matsushita and Bottas. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Russell, Tigtum, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi. Ocon, Aitken, they've taken a grid penalty. Mazepin and Reed. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Okay then, starting from the back, P22. So we're going to need a pretty good comeback drive if we want to get positions. Now, I looked at the standings earlier. I need a singular point in this race, and the championship is mine. So, as long as we can come 10 or higher, we've won the championship. But annoyingly, there's not going to be donuts, because for some reason there hasn't been donuts for my last win either, which is really irritating, because I won it, but I didn't get to see my donuts, and I won't be able to see my donuts this time. So I'm gonna cry. I don't know why. I don't know if they removed it or something, but there definitely have been donuts in this game. Oh well. We'll move. We're gonna do a 2-stopper, soft, medium, but that probably becomes softer medium. But anyways, we are underway for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. We get a pretty good start. Mazepin has some wheel spin there. We go around the left-hand side of him, Aitken in front of us in the Williams. We're going to go for a dive down the inside of turn 1. We're going to get past about 4 people there. Up into P17. Managing to keep it. Tictum and Russell are blocking me a little bit there. Almost going to the back of Tictum as he brakes randomly because he's a bit of a moron. I'm not too sure. Don't ask me. George Russell then in the Williams. Not the Williams, sorry. The Alfa Romeo ahead of us. He will be our next target as we go through turn 6 and turn 7, then go off the track a little bit, go forward and through into turn 8. We're going to get ahead of both the Williams and Russell. Tictum gone as well, both the British overtaken at once. Lap 2 then going around the outside of Matsushita into turn 1 down the centre S's, making it past him nicely. Bottas ahead of us now. We made it up into P14
Be enabled this lap.
within
You can
3
use it
laps.
when within 1
DRS
second
has
of
been
the car ahead
enabled.
and in the DRS
We
zone.
might be able to get past Bottas then on this straight, but he will have DRS on Stroll, who will have DRS on the car ahead. So it's probably not going to happen for a while. We've skipped ahead to the end of lap 4 then. DRS on Bottas. I can't lie, these last couple of laps have just been a procession, because if I get DRS, so does he. But on lap 9 then, we're going to go around the outside into turn 4. Bottas is sticking with us. He hits into our rear left tyre there with his front wing, and that sends him back a little bit. No warnings. That wasn't on me, but a bit dodgy. Stroll then, end of lap 9 onto lap 10. He's in P12, we're in P13. We're looking for that P12. Going down into turn 1, he's going to be right with us. But we're going to get the extra grip and the extra traction out down the centre S's. And we're going to make it up into P12. Giovinazzi ahead of us in P11. Ignore that pit stop strategy, we're not pitting this lap. We're going to leave these out until lap 15, lap 16. To pit later. DRS on Giovinazzi then. Giovinazzi has DRS on Raikkonen. We're going to have a look into turn 4 and we're going to make it past him just about without pushing him off the track too much. That was on him, he dodged. I don't know why, don't ask me. Lap 12 then, we're in P11. Now we are going to be up into P10. As it stands, we're winning and have won the championship. We just need to keep this position now. Obviously we're going to keep pushing. Hamilton is also in P8, so even if Latifi's out of the session,
They are out of the race.
ooh, we're going to get DRS on Leclerc. But yeah, even if we don't get this point, next race Hamilton will have to win with us not being in it. Green flag as we just about managed to get past Leclerc, almost making it past, or almost not making it past, sorry. Hamilton, lap 15, around the outside of turn 1, we can't make it. He locks up into turn 1 and we go past him on the inside. The other championship rival, my championship rival, has made a huge mistake into turn 1, giving us the position. Lando Norris then, the lap 16, down the straight into turn 4, around the outside. We're going to go past. Can we make it? Can we keep it sticking? Yes, we can. Very nicely done. Ricciardo, his teammate, up ahead of us. Talking about Ricciardo then, DRS on him. Him and Tsunoda are going to the pits. Seems like everyone but 1 and 2, which I believe is Sainz and Perez. Yeah, Sainz and Perez are staying out. Obviously us as well.
We can take you this lap.
Boxing lap 17 then. Into the pits we go. I'm still struggling to get the pit stops down with the whole no racing line, because I don't know where to brake. But I'm figuring it out. In for our stop then, we're going to have a 2.5, not too bad. Pretty bang average. So, I'll take it. As we're going to come out behind Leclerc in P9. So we are still, even with our pit stop, leading and winning the championship at the end of this race. Lap 19, we're going to have DRS on Charles Leclerc. We're going to have a look, see if we can make the move into turn 4. We go for a late break and he locks up his front left. And we manage to get past lap 20 then. Ricciardo round the inside of turn 6 into 7. We make it past into turn 8, ahead in P7. We're just gaining positions here, gaining and gaining and gaining. Move on Lewis Hamilton then. He's going to be held up by Mazepin, who's being lapped. Tsunoda ahead of us. We can't make a look down into turn 4 on Tsunoda, but we can get past our championship rival Lewis Hamilton. Lap 22 then, round the inside of turn 1. Tsunoda nearly pushes us into a wall, which would have not been good. I would have thrown hands, but we managed to keep it. P5 is within reach, and we make it past into turn 4. We are up into P5, 2 away from a podium. Yellow flag behind us. Mashishita is out. Virtual safety car deployed into a full safety car. I'm assuming he hit a wall or something, but that's really interesting. Safety car coming in, lap 24. 12 laps going. On the throttle then. We make it past Leclerc on the green flag. We go for a dive down the inside of turn 1 on Perez. We make it past. Up into the podium positions we go. yellow flag behind us, I'm not sure what that's for. But we've managed to get up into P3 on that safety car restart. So not only will we win the championship, but we will also lead, be on the podium even. Verstappen and Gasly battling for P1 then, as we're just going to come in and try and sweep up Verstappen's cheeky little move. We're going to get past him around the inside of turn 4, making it past nicely. Lap 32 then, we're going to be going around the outside of our teammate Pierre Gasly on lap 32 into turn 4 to make it up into P1. As it stands, we're winning the championship and the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Lap 36 out of 36, and Gasly had to pit. I believe he hit a bit of front wing damage with a battle against Verstappen. But we are going to make it through the final couple of dodgy turns, through lap 15, and across the line to win the championship and the race, of course. But more importantly, the championship. Our second one ever. What a race, eh? Jeff seems to not care. He's fucked off somewhere. I'm honestly not too sure. He's just disappeared.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well.
Oh, we also got the constructors in this. So,
congratulations.
Pretty good race, eh? Yeah, and P22 to P1. Blowing over that almost. Flipping heck.
Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Well then, we've got the championship. For some reason, yeah, the game's not letting me do donuts. I'm not sure why. But I have won the championship, and I'm pretty happy with that. We have Australia next, so that will have the racing line on, because I haven't driven Australia in a while. Not even on this game at all. But, yeah, as it stands, we lead the championship. We're winning. We've won the championship. So, yeah. Pretty happy with that. Very happy with that, in fact. And we've also won the constructors now, thanks to a very good drive in the US. I'm assuming from Gasly. He started like P6 and finished P1 or P2. I can't really remember. But that's good, seeing as we only came P9 and got those 2 points. So, yeah, pretty successful race. And it doesn't end the season, but it does end the championship there then. Thank you for joining me for this one. Have a good New Year's Day. The rest of it, there'll be a couple of hours left. But, yeah, I hope to see you next time for the Australian Grand Prix.